I'm here because I am a roaring lion crying out righteousness. And let me tell you something. I'm going to say something to y'all. Don't you get up in my face. Hey, you white folk. You JP, don't you get up in my face and tell me that Trump has done more for black people than anybody else. You get the hell out of my face with that. Don't you get in my face with that lie. Trump done more for black people than anybody on the planet. What the hell? I've done more in 2 months for black people. Don't you racist ass, don't you ever get in my face with that again. Don't you ever say to anybody, in Texas, I'll come down to Texas and kick your butt. Talking about Trump done more for black. He ain't done nothing for black people except make fools out of them and screw black women and use them as mules to carry his cocaine between the ghetto and Trump Tower. That's on the damn thing Trump ever done for black people. Don't you ever say that anymore? Trump done more for black, your lying racist ass. Now in the Bible, word ass is in the Bible. No. So well, I'm using it out of context. No, I'm using it just where it needs to go. What's wrong with y'all white folk? What's wrong with y'all? I know what's wrong with you. It's the Lord. No, No, you know, the fact that there has never, I'm repeating myself now. Trump has never done anything noble. I mean, he's never even walked across the street to drop a dime in a beggar's cup. I don't know what's happening to y'all white people. I just don't understand how you can bow down to somebody as despicable as Trump. I can understand, if there was some virtue about him, if there was something noble about Trump. There's never been anything noble about this liar. He's a rapist. He grabs women by the coochie, at least that's what he said. He thinks when you're a star, you can grab a woman by her coochie and she gonna like it just because you're a star. He stuck his finger in E. Jean Carroll's dyke. He lies like he stiffs people, he don't pay his bills. I don't know what's wrong with you white people. Well, what's wrong with y'all? I know what's wrong with y'all. I'm emphasizing the point. God's angry with you. God Almighty he's upset with y'all white folk. And he is exposing you because birds of a feather flock together. And anytime you see a man supporting Trump, you white man say, do you grab women by the coochie too? You a coochie grabber? You stiff people, because birds of a feather. Trump has become their godly spiritual representative. They even talk about that God sent him. So the white man that says that Trump is a godly representative, in other words, you're saying you emulated, you white men are saying you emulate this liar. And not only that, he's a rapist. He's a 34-count convicted felon. And that's your God? I mean, and the man, there's never been, from the day that boy was born out there in Queens, New York, he was hatched, he wasn't born, to the very day, he has never done anything that's noble. And these senators and congresspersons and everybody else, they can't wait. They can't wait. So I know what the problem is, but I think that it needs to be identified that God's against you. That's why you are doing what you're doing with Trump.